Beaver County stations for news, sports, information, and entertainment. 1230 WBVP Beaver Falls and 1460 WMBA Ambridge.
You're listening to Your Personal Realtor, hosted by Eric McKenna with RE/MAX Advanced Realtors. Content and sponsorship is provided by Eric McKenna, and the show is brought to you by CallEric.com.
Well, good morning, Beaver County. You are listening to Your Personal Realtor with Eric McKenna here live at the Beaver County Radio Studios. Actually, the Lachina Drapery and Blind Factory Studios. And we have joined you every Saturday for 36 weeks here, friends. That's right, 36 nice, pleasant, and impactful times. And I want to thank everybody for joining us again today. We're here from 10:30 to noon. Today's our last Saturday. I want to make a note of that right away. This is our last Saturday broadcast. That's right. Starting this Wednesday, the 7th, we're moving, obviously, to Wednesday, but from 2 to 4. Our show will air 2 to 4 on Wednesdays here on Beaver County Radio, and absolutely thrilled for this. We're going to a 2-hour format. Many of you know we've been talking about it for a couple of weeks. Absolutely tremendous and positive news for the show. It all started as a little science experiment, as we talk about, and it has progressed. Thank you so much for making us a part of your Saturday. Very flattering. So much going on here today and a lot of activity here at Beaver County Radio. My eyes are darting around, and I got different things in my ears, hearing back and forth. I got a flurry of activity, no pun intended, toward the great Steelers goalie. But a lot on the docket today. This is going to be an open mic show, meaning that I'm going to let the emails and the texts in our Facebook Live audience and, of course, the phone calls are going to drive the content today. We spent the last couple of weeks talking about open houses, the benefit of them, me expressing my personal opinion of how important they are, and they're certainly important to what I do. Want to send a special hello right away to our Facebook Live audience that's building. David and Ron and Mark and Stephen Dish. What's up, my friend? Mark Rayhack. Thank you. Thank you so much, all of you who have joined us on Facebook Live. It's been a great addition to this show, and it's enabled additional participation, even outside what's already a wide area coverage that Beaver County Radio has. But it's been wonderful. I've actually got people from different states that have actually contacted me. And Steve Dish says he is at Eggs and That again in Moon Township. Our friends there for the wonderful breakfast they serve. Eggs and That, Steven. Seems like you're always there, buddy. I don't know what the deal is, but I guess once you do find a wonderful place to eat, you kind of loyal there. Nothing wrong with that. As always, I'm joined by my producer, Frank Sparks, and Frank will continue to be my producer and my /co-host, although he hates that. But Frank is an invaluable part of this team. Frank will be here on this show for a short period of time today. Frank's got an on location to do. We're going to let Frank talk about that a little bit. I should know what that is, but I got in here and was setting up all this audio visual, and I didn't catch it all. So Frank's here somewhere in the studio, but I'm always a little unnerved when I look across the big board and there's nobody there. I believe Bob, the capable and wonderful Bob Fry, will be joining us here shortly as well. Friends, right off the bat, I want to talk about some new sponsors we have, and also want to talk about yesterday. I had a great day yesterday in real estate. I try to make every day that way, but I had a great day. 2 closings, of course, and closings are always a great day for any realtor. Just ask them. But I had the opportunity to recently work with 2 very dear friends of mine. The first is a guy who I've known for probably a good 22 years, was a very good friend of my late brother, and was honored when they chose, him and his wife chose me to help them find a house. And that's exactly what we did. We came under agreement, and they secured and acquired a beautiful home in Moon Township. And I'm talking about Jessica and Larry Irvin. Friends, thank you. your kindness and generosity, and you were just a great couple to work with. I mean, talk about a client that really knew what they wanted, and they did no nonsense with them. So, to Larry and Jessica, if you're listening out there, thank you for including me in the joy. I appreciate that. And the second one I want to mention is another longtime friend of mine that I actually met when I was 18. We were working in a production house, and we were wet behind the ears, so to speak. Had just made a lasting impression on me, and then he moved away, and his life changed, and my life changed, and then we reacquainted ourselves a couple years ago. He's a great guitarist. I went out and saw him play. Met the incredible Jan Littman, the love of his life, and vice versa. And they asked me to be their realtor, and we went on a mission to find a house, and they had kind of already found the house, believe it or not. We looked at a few others, but nothing really compared to what they had found on their own. And they welcomed me in to be their realtor and to do all the things that I do, from negotiation to just ensuring that they are indeed making the right choice, asking them the hard questions, questions that, sometimes the joy that you have in a moment doesn't let you look at things always on a pragmatic fashion. So that's my job, is to make sure the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. But they welcomed me in as their realtor, Jan and Mark, and so wonderful. The house is amazing. I got a chance to spend a little time with them yesterday, and I hope to spend some time with Larry and Jess tomorrow or tonight maybe. But ultimately, thank you, Jan, and thank you, Mark. Thank you for letting me be your personal realtor. And what a day. So, like all of us, we have our good days and our bad days in real estate. You can ask any realtor. But the ones that truly have a passion for what they do can take a good experience out of every day. And that's what I try to do. And I will tell you, this show has been a catalyst for that. Earlier this week, I had an opportunity to meet with a new potential client. I'm hoping they'll be my client. But they were experienced what I do in this show, and they were listening on a regular basis. A very nice couple, and welcomed me into their world to evaluate their property and meet them and experience what it's like to meet a new customer and talk about what we do to help them sell their home. And that's what I do. Friends, of course, I can be your personal realtor like I just described here, that I did with Jan and Mark and Jess and Larry. You can reach me at 412-613-4466. Again, that's 412-613-4466. Call or text me. This show is sponsored by my website, which you can certainly reach me there as well. It's calleric.com. Again, that's calleric.com. CALLERIC.com. How I handle my practice and what I do, my philosophies on real estate, the whole thing is there for you at calleric.com. You can get a good feel for who I am. Oftentimes I think a lot of us like to research things on the web before we make a phone call or we reach out for a service, and that's totally understandable because that's what I do as well. So if you are interested potentially and you're looking at realtors and you're considering me, I would welcome you to do a little research if you'd like at calleric.com, and you can learn more about me. The way to participate in the show today is many-fold here. Obviously, Facebook Live and questions that come up. You can ask your questions on Facebook Live. If you're listening and you'd like to join on Facebook Live, just go to Facebook and type in Eric McKenna, and it'll come up as Your Personal Realtor. You can go right to my page. You'll find it. No worries, you'll find it. And, of course, we are always accessible here online, which is sold at calleric.com if you want to email me a question. Again, that's sold at calleric.com. And, obviously, the most legendary way to call into Beaver County Radio are the two most famous numbers in Beaver County. That's 724-843-1888. Again, that's 724-843-1888 or 724-774-1888. Again, 724-774-1888. And Frank Sparks has walked back into the studio. He's here. Yeah, I can't hear you.
Somewhere.
Okay. Frank, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing well. I was just telling the kind people that we are moving to Wednesday, starting this Wednesday, the 7th, from 2 to 4.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That's going to be fun.
It is going to be fun.
I know. I'm not going to know what to do with my Saturdays off. This is like,
yeah, so,
I haven't had Saturdays off in years.
As we talk about every week, because it's so true, behind the scenes here, he's not going to be happy with me saying this, but Frank Sparks is Mr. Beaver County Radio. He's on the air. Well, he was on the air 6 out of 7 days a week here. But Frank is going to finally get a much-deserved realignment of schedule, so to speak. Now, knowing him, he'll put the same amount of hours in, but he will actually have Saturdays off, as I will, from the radio world. Friends, we started on Saturday. It was, quite frankly, what was available to me when I first was offered the idea of the show. I did not make this show up. Mark Peterson did in conjunction with Frank Sparks. They came up with the idea. I was offered, and I ran with it. And we had a 60-minute opportunity on Saturdays from 11 to noon. It worked out, needless to say. We got expanded to 90 minutes. Then we got renewed, which was just fantastic. And now here we are on June 7th of 2017. We are moving to Wednesdays from 2 to 4. That's right, prime time. We couldn't do it without you good folks. So, Frank, I haven't seen you much. You've come back from this vacation, and then we were disjointed because you were doing other things, and today you're only here for a short time. And where are you headed?
Stone Creek Structures off of I-376.
Green Garden Plaza, right?
Yeah, right, up towards your neck of the woods.
And what are you going to do there?
Well, this is the shed event. So they're having, if you're looking for a backyard shed or...
Shed event.
Shed event. So if you're looking for
that.
a backyard shed, or even if you, I don't know if you've seen some of the exquisite backyard setups people have.
Oh, yes, I have.
Okay, so if you're looking to just utilize your backyard, this is the place to go, that's for sure. They're doing a cooking demonstration at 11:30 this morning.
Nice.
On an outdoor kitchen.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Nice, that's very cool.
I'm looking forward to it.
And again, the name of the place is?
Stone Creek Structures.
Stone Creek Structures. And I will tell you, as a realtor, let me just lay this out here, oftentimes, whether you are buying to live there or you're ready to sell, if you feel that you don't have enough storage space in your home and you're selling, you talk to your realtor about that. Get my opinion, or get any qualified realtor's opinion, of course, as well. But get an opinion, and sometimes an outdoor shed is perfect. I'm not a big fan of people storing lawn implements. I mean, like lawn mowers and hedge cutters and edgers. I'm not a big fan of them storing them in the house.
No, like in the garage.
Yeah. Sometimes even in the basement I've seen it too, because the grass in there kind of rots. That's on.
Right.
I mean, let's face it, none of us clean our implements
right.
on a regular basis. So oftentimes a shed is necessary. And if you're going to do it, don't go low quality. Don't go low class. It doesn't work. It doesn't complement your house. It's not going to help you bring more money into the house, of course, from a selling standpoint. So, that's a good event. Stone Creek Structures.
Yeah.
Visit them today. And what's the hours?
The hours of the broadcast are from 11:30 to 1:30,
Okay.
and then they're open till 4 o'clock today, if I'm not mistaken.
You got to go see Frank Sparks and the crew there. You can spin the prize wheel.
Yes.
Although I think I'm getting on the prize wheel. I think a little birdie told me I'm actually going to make the Beaver County Radio Celebrity Prize Wheel. I may actually have a photo on there.
What did you have to do for that?
Well, totally civilized, I will say. But let's just say I made a long-term commitment to the radio station.
So
I was afforded an opportunity to make a long-term commitment to the radio station.
So yeah, maybe they're going to cover me up with you.
Oh, get out of here! You're the star, man. Frank should be in the center. The center, the center of the big wheel. Frank, you are the straw that stirs the Beaver County Radio drink.
I'm right with Greg Benedetti where I belong. Matt, I'm in between Greg Benedetti and Matt Durzik. Just perfect place.
Yeah, I want to be on the other side of the wheel from you guys. I'm just putting it out there right now. Friends, thanks so much for joining. You are listening to Your Personal Realtor here on Beaver County Radio, 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA. Show sponsored by a couple great people. The first I want to introduce is our new sponsor. It's Frags Tags in downtown Coriopolis. You got to see Frags Tags for all of your notary and vehicle transfers. Good folks. And you know what? It might help if I give the phone number out, huh?
That's a unique name, Frags Tags.
Yeah, Frags Tags. Really great people. Talk about a quality, title places. It's such a specialized thing, notary and title. You see them everywhere.
Right.
And oftentimes I think, as a consumer, we take them for granted. They're awesome. You go in there, it's bright. It's there's a lot going on. It's just a great place to go. They're funny. The owners are just great people. But again,
Cool.
it's Frags Tags in downtown Coraopolis. Go see them. And I have their number here somewhere, and forgive me for being a little bit unprepared. The show is also broadcast by my good friend Leslie Raymond with Union Home Mortgage. He is my preferred home mortgage rep. For all your mortgage needs, call Leslie at 412-719-5673, 412-719-5673. And, of course, this show is also sponsored by Matt Pia and Division 9 Home Inspector. My personal opinion, Matt's one of the finest inspectors in all the Valley. Give Matt Pia, P-I-A, give Matt a call. And it would help if I had that number too, huh, Frank?
Yeah.
Frank's doing some homework for me, so... Hey, I'm still an amateur broadcaster here. What can I say? This is,
Unprepared.
it is what it is.
Unprepared.
Yeah, I know. You gonna dock my pay?
No, because you pay me, so.
That is right.
That's right, see?
But love to have the show sponsored by these three great folks. Again, Frags Tags in Coraopolis for all your notary and vehicle transfers. Oh, look at him. Frags Tags is 412-264-3018. Again, that's 412-264-3018. Leslie Raymond, Union Home Mortgage. Leslie's number, 412-719-5673. 412-719-5673. You're trying to find Matt's, aren't you?
I'll get it. I'm sure.
And, of course, we're sponsored by Matt Pia with Division 9 Home Inspection. One of the very finest home inspectors in the Valley. You can reach Matt at Division, 9, inspection.com. Again, that's Division, 9, inspection.com. Matt was hired by, I can tell, Mark and Jan to do the home inspections on their house, and the feedback I got was amazing. Matt does a great job all the time. Was hired by my good friends Cy and Jamie, clients of mine recently, and talk about professional inspection, something provides you information, good, solid, factual information on the quality of the property you're buying, and identifying correctly, but not exaggerated, but correctly and factually, examining and uncovering any deficiencies so you can have those corrected or at least negotiated, or just so you know what you're buying. Oh, look at that. Frags Tags. Number just popped right up on my screen. Look at that. Jeff McBain, thank you so much. Again, I'll repeat myself. 412-264-3018 for Frags Tags in Coraopolis. Hello to Jeff Schreiner, Jeff McBain, and Jim LaRocca. Thank you so much. Look at Jan. I'll tell you. Amazing. Love the referral. But I was telling Frank yesterday on the phone, I had just one of those days. Anytime you have a closing in real estate, it's wonderful. But when you have two, and you're also personal friends with them, as a realtor, that's about as rewarding as it can get. So, like I said, thank you so much. We get a break in here, man. I needed a break. Timing's perfect. I have to refresh my palate, so to speak.
Well, you're sweating, man.
It's hot in here. It's warm in here.
I had the window open. Did you close it?
I put the AC on, but it doesn't seem like it's running.
Well, that's why I opened the window.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, friends, you're listening to Beaver County Radio, 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA. This is Eric McKenna, your personal realtor. We'll be right back. Hello, friends. This is Remaxed Advanced Realtor Eric McKenna with CallEric.com and host of Your Personal Realtor, heard every Saturday from 10:30 a.m. to noon on 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA. I really hope you are enjoying today's show. Friends, did you know that I can be your personal realtor? That's right. If you're looking to list your home or buy a new home, call or text me today at 412-613-4466. That's 412-613-4466. Or send me an email at sold@calleric.com. That's sold@calleric.com. I just love it when listeners become clients. So why not contact me today and let me put my social media advertising to work for you. Together, we can reach your real estate goals. This is your personal realtor, Eric McKenna, with Remaxed Advanced Realtors and CallEric.com.
Announcing the spring warehouse sale from Lacina Drapery and Blind Factory. Lisa Lacina says make sure everybody knows the spring warehouse fabric sale is going on right now with savings of 50% off. These fabrics won't last long, so please call Lacina Drapery and Blind Factory and set up a no-obligation shop-at-home appointment. 412-665-4900. That's 412-665-4900. Lachina Drapery and Blind Factory, doing what they do best in Pittsburgh for 65 years. And that's helping you with custom-made window treatments and blinds right here in your hometown, with great service after the sale, too. So visit their West Liberty Avenue showroom or their state-of-the-art showroom in the Wexford-Warrendale area, but take advantage of the spring warehouse fabric sale and save up to 50% off. 412-665-4900 or log on to lachinadrapery.com.
There's more than just great talk and information on and in the air in Beaver County. That's because the 7th annual Beaver County Boom Fireworks Show and radio simulcast is happening again on Saturday, June 24th, beginning with a pre-event warm-up concert live broadcast from Thursdays at 6, followed by choreographed music on the radio, thunder over the water, and fireworks in the sky at 9:45. Make plans to bring your radio along to watch the free Beaver County Boom Fireworks display Saturday, June 24th. You can also congregate at the park along the Ohio River in Bridgewater and hang out with the prize van and Beaver County Boom broadcast sound system. It's all free and it's all happening June 24th. Broadcast coverage is brought to you in part by West Banco, Rochester Manor and Villa, Gnu's Body Works, Brant Hoover Insurance, Henderson Printing, and Beaver County Radio 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA. Make sure to be a part of the 27th Annual Beaver Falls Car Cruise happening June 10th on 7th Avenue in Beaver Falls. This year's event looks to be bigger and better than ever. The first 1,200 vehicles get free dash plaques, plus the popular Beaver Falls Passport Program will be back again with a chance to win a lot of great prizes from local Beaver Falls businesses. Special thanks go out to this year's major Beaver Falls Car Cruise sponsors, including First Energy, Ron Lewis Ford Chevy Kia, Ed Isabella State Farm Insurance, and Beaver County Radio. The Giant Beaver Falls Car Cruise runs from 1 until 9, rain or shine, and is free for cruisers and spectators. Additional cruise sponsors include Approved Toilet Rentals, Interstate Communications, D&G Rentals, Valvoline, Rochester Free Methodist Church, AK Nahas Furniture, Athens Family Restaurant, and Muscle Car Pit Stop. For more information, follow the Beaver Falls Car Cruise on Facebook or keep listening to 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA.
Find out what's going on in Beaver County and around the world every weekday afternoon at noon. It's the Noonday Report with Pat Septak, an expanded look at local news with sports and special features. It's Noonday on Beaver County Radio, 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA.
I think it's time I change my music. Oh, I can't hear you. Press the button.
I do too.
You think it's time?
Yes.
Okay, news time slot, new music.
Yes.
All right, new time slot, new music. So I'm laying it out there for the Facebook Live crowd or our listening audience here. If you got some recommendations, now keep in mind, I'm a rock and roll guy. So
Detroit rock scene.
yeah, I like that. I don't know how it works on a bumper thing, but I have to look.
We'll get some,
experiment that.
What if we got some instrumental, found some instrumental of it, like on YouTube or something?
Yeah, maybe. Karaoke version or something. I don't know. I'm looking for new music suggestions, friends. Hey, so, okay. I lamented in a prior show that, I'm blessed by having a wonderful relationship with my mom and, of course, my biggest fan, So Cheryl McKenna's out listening to the show, as she always does. And I knew that she was going to make a great comment about how wonderful it was. Of course, proud of her son and all that good stuff. Mm-hmm. And then, do you talk about real estate on that show? So maybe I should change the name of the show to the Eric McKenna Variety Hour.
There you go.
I can't say hour anymore. The Eric McKenna Variety Show on Beaver County Radio, Wednesdays from 2 to 4. Because we do deviate off a topic a little bit once in a while, Frank.
Yes.
Okay, friends, we are literally back in real estate mode here. The numbers to reach us are 724-843-1888 and 724-774-1888. You can email me at sold@calleric.com. We actually got an email I want to read here in a second. You can also participate on Facebook Live. If you're listening and you want to jump on Facebook, you can search for Eric McKenna. Say Your Personal Realtor after that, and that will be me. You can jump on and do it. Mark Rayhack was asking for the station number. Are you calling, Mark? Oh, okay. 724-843-1888 or 724-774-1888, the most famous numbers in Beaver
Tell
County.
them to give it a few because it's 56 now, so you won't.
Yeah, Mark. If you're going to call to
back.
harass me, man, just I'm letting you know. We're going to the news here shortly. So
After 11:05.
Okay, I'm going to address an email I just got here. It's Lori, and Lori's calling from Hope or emailing from Hopewell. Simple question, Eric: do you enjoy working with buyers or people selling their homes? What do you enjoy more? Make a decision. Don't fib. All salespeople don't fib. I like them equally both, and I'll tell you why after the break. How's that? We have a phone call? All right, lay it on me. Hi, you're on with Eric McKenna.
Hey, Eric, it's Mark.
Hey, Mark Rayhack. What's up, my friend?
What's going on, brother?
I'm doing great. Doing great.
Yeah, we just we wanted to thank you for guiding us through the process and navigating all the waters of buying the home.
Well, I'm humbled that you would call in to tell me that. That means a lot to me, but just the fact that being chosen as your realtor, as I've told you many times, was extremely humbling. And I'm overjoyed by the house, man. To see you two go through the process. And Mark will tell you, it's not always smooth sailing. There's an underwriting process. There's a decision-making here. Lots of decisions in the process. But at the same time, they were very astute about it. They leaned on me, I think, when they needed to. And we got there. And to see them two smiling yesterday, we were at the house. I mean, to see you and Jan, the happiness yesterday, I drove away, man, very emotional. Very emotional day for me based on our relationship. But thank you. All I can say is thank you so much for choosing me.
That was great, man. I would just recommend to anybody that, are thinking about trying to go it alone, because the house that we picked, the guy was trying to sell it a for sale by owner.
Correct.
So everybody's trying to save money, cut the realtors out of the equation. I'm sure that's pretty common these days, especially with the internet. But
sure.
And we even thought about that for a fleeting moment. But then when we thought about everything that needed to be done and everything that you need to think about, it's important to get a realtor involved. And you certainly earned every penny you made on that deal. So, it's important to mention that people need to be using a realtor whenever they're going through the process.
Well, I think so. I think so too, and I appreciate that vote of confidence and that philosophy. It's hey, we serve a great function, and oftentimes, like in anything, we're as consumers, we want to save money, but in this regard, it's so important to have an advocate on your side and someone who's skilled at this. It's a lot of moving pieces, as you guys found out from all fronts. And
absolutely, there's a lot of things that can be negotiated that people don't even realize.
Correct.
The realtor would know that. Yep.
Correct, and that's the great thing about real estate. And the thing I love is that pretty much everything, for the most part, everything is a negotiation. But they're going to boot me out to a break here, buddy. I got to go to hard news here, but I can't thank you enough. It means the world to me that you would call and publicly give me that recommendation. That means everything. My best to Jan. I will see you soon, and enjoy that beautiful North Fayette house.
Yes, sir, brother. See you.
All right, talk to you soon. Wow. What can I say? I mean,
There you go.
Yeah, it's awesome. Thank you so much. And thank you, everyone who's listening. Our first segment is complete. You are listening to Your Personal Realtor with Eric McKenna on Beaver County Radio, 1230 WBVP in Chippewa and Beaver Falls. You like that, Frank?
Yeah.
Smooth, huh?
It's real
and
smooth.
1460 WMBA in Ambridge and Coriopolis. Like that, too?
Yeah. Smooth. Riding right into the top of the hour. It's like a low rider on a Saturday night.
He's leaving shortly. I'm just letting everybody know he's going on a mega location.
I've been full of it, Phil. I don't know what's going on. I've been full of vinegar for about a week now.
All right. Well, we have to go to break. Okay. All right. And now, stay tuned for Town Hall News.
New in Washington. President Trump says he recently concluded a very eventful and productive foreign trip.
Over the course of 9 days, Melania and I traveled to some of the holiest sites in the three Abrahamic religions and met with nearly 100 foreign leaders.
And the president said in his weekly radio address it was a great trip in so many ways.
Everywhere we went, my goal was to advance American interests, to build a coalition of nations to drive out the terrorists, and to unlock a future of peace, prosperity, and hope for all Americans and people around the world.
In the Democrats' radio address, it was Congressman Eric Swalwell accusing President Trump of coming up with an education budget that would make it harder for some families to afford a college education.
The Trump budget ends loan forgiveness for teachers, social workers, police officers, firefighters, nurses, and others serving our communities, often in low-paying jobs. This budget freezes Pell Grants without indexing them for inflation, making it much harder for low-income students to get the aid they need.
As Congressman Eric Swalwell, who spoke for the Democrats in their weekly address, U.S. Defense Secretary Jim Mattis is in Singapore talking with other defense officials from around the world at a major gathering where he said North Korea continues to present a very clear and present danger.
Coupled with reckless proclamations, the current North Korean program signals a clear intent to acquire nuclear-armed ballistic missiles, including those of intercontinental range that pose direct and immediate threats to our regional allies.
An executive of the corn mill plant that was leveled in an explosion and fire this week in southern Wisconsin has identified the 3 workers who were killed in that blast.
The loss of these 3 team members is a very emotional and incident for us, and really torn a hole in the heart of the Didion milling team and the Cambria.
That's the mill's Vice President Derek Clark. More from townhall.com.
If you're over the age of 50 and considering buying an annuity in the next 60 days, I have some important news for you. Don't buy an annuity until you understand the pros and cons of annuities. A free book to help you maximize your retirement income from television host and 3-time author Josh Melberg has been released. This book reveals little-known truths about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms. Grab a pen right now because we are about to offer you this free book that unlocks the 5 little-known secrets we believe baby boomers and seniors should know before buying an annuity. Call 800-725-1616 now and you'll receive a free copy of Josh Melberg's book, Next Gen Annuity Strategies Revealed. As a bonus, we'll also send you a copy of The #1 Mistakes Retirees Are Making with Their Investments Today and a free DVD on how you can get up to 33% more income in retirement. Call 800-725-1616. That's 800-725-1616. Employees of J.D. Melberg Financial have the appropriate licenses for the products they offer.
The FCC says it will consider a proposal to allow law enforcement to unmask hidden caller IDs in cases involving threatening phone calls.
The chairman of the Federal Communications Commission says the proposal follows a wave of threats to Jewish community centers earlier this year. Under current FCC rules, phone service companies are not permitted to reveal blocked caller ID information. The FCC says those rules have an important purpose, but can also raise public safety concerns. Under the proposal, law enforcement and people receiving threatening calls would be able to bypass privacy protections. Threatening calls are defined as any call that includes a threat of serious and imminent unlawful action, posing a substantial risk to property, life, safety, or health. Linda Kenyon, Washington.
Bond yields sank on Friday to their lowest level of the year. The dollar's value fell against rivals after the nation's job growth indicated a slowdown last month. More from townhall.com. A $1 billion lawsuit over something critics dubbed pink slime is now oozing and goozing its way through the courts.
A jury's been selected, opening statements Monday in the defamation case over ABC News reports on a South Dakota meat producer's lean, finely textured beef product. Beef Products sued ABC in 2012, arguing the network's coverage misled consumers into believing the product is unsafe, resulting in plant closures and hundreds of layoffs. ABC stands by its reporting as an accurate presentation of views and information from knowledgeable sources on a matter of keen public interest. Rich Thomason reporting.
Hopefully there was no pink slime on those pretty donuts that were delivered by drone this week to Denver's mayor and the city's police and fire departments. It was an event that provided a glimpse into what companies hope will be a quick, inexpensive way to get merchandise to customers in years to come. Breaking news and analysis at townhall.com.
Beaver County's hometown radio stations, 1230 WBVP Beaver Falls and 1460 WMBA Ambridge.
Yes, friends, we're having more fun than the law allows.
Dude, you got to talk. You got to talk about that. You have to.
Okay. Well, we're going to talk about it because you were there. I'm going to preface it. Okay. All right. Well, we got a little funny story for you. It's actually mammoth proportions, but I'm just going to lead this in, and Frank's going to carry it off because again, this is the Eric McKenna Variety Hour. This is we do talk real estate once in a while, but this is good. So one of the he's been my co-host on a few shows and also my guest producer at times. And the morning on-air personality here at the station. Is that correct?
Yep.
What hours?
He does AM Beaver County from 6:30 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Mr. Matt Durzik.
Right.
All right. So Frank, Matt, station manager Mark Peterson. Was there a couple other people there?
Caleb Pasquale.
Okay. Who else?
That was it.
Okay. So the four of you, went to an eating establishment here in Beaver County.
Yeah, Woolly Bullies in New Brighton.
Woolly Bullies. And folks, I'll just preface this by saying the reason I know about this is I saw the incredible post on Facebook and my jaw dropped out. So the story, and again, I will talk broadly and Frank will fill in. The story was there is a particular hamburger and cheese tot accessory meal at Woolly Bullies.
It's called the 1936.
Because it's $19.36.
Right.
Okay. It's mammoth. Now, all I can tell you is if you don't know what I'm talking about, because I didn't know until yesterday, look it up online, go to the website. It's a monster.
Yes, it is.
It is a monster hamburger of just mammoth proportions.
Yeah.
Well, Matt Durzik, our own Matt Durzik, took the challenge.
He did.
Frank and Mark Peterson and Caleb witnessed it.
And we photographed throughout.
Photographed the entire process. And in 55 minutes, Mr. Matt Durzik consumed the 1936.
Now this
at Woolly Bullies.
Now to set it up for you, this hamburger is probably at least a foot high. It has 3 hamburgers on it. It has a bunch of different sauces. It has bacon. It has cheese. It has lettuce. It has pickles. It has Woolly Bully's version of, it's called Woolly Bully sauce. That's kind of like a Big Mac sauce. Has that on it.
Woolly Bully sauce.
And then the whole outside of the burger is lined with cheesy tater tots.
I did see that. So let's do this. Let's do this. Let's direct people to Matt's Facebook page so they can see the photos.
Yes.
Okay. It's not Matthew. Is it Matt?
It's Matt Durzik.
Spell it.
Drzik.
Drzik.
Or they can just look me up. It's on mine too.
Oh, it's on Frank Sparks. Look up Frank Sparks on Facebook. Easy, either one. And you will see photographic proof of the consumption of this particular hamburger.
I think his is private, but I leave mine public. I don't care who sees what I put on Facebook.
That's my jaw dropped because that is a feat that most individuals can. I could never do that.
Well, here's the impressive part.
I could never do it.
This is the most impressive part. He's the second one ever to do it.
Are you kidding me?
Nobody. There's only been one other person ever finished that at Woolly Bullies.
And all the traffic they've had in and out of that place all those years, Matt's only the second person to eat.
The second person to finish
the 1936. Wow.
So now he'll get a T-shirt and he'll get his name on the wall.
Was it free?
Yeah, for him it was.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. If you eat it, is it free?
Well,
okay.
No. Well,
did you still pay for it?
No. What happened was we had that great pep rally yesterday at the courthouse.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, obviously, what goes on there is a lot of times there's free food and stuff like that.
Sure.
By the time we get to be able to eat, it's gone. So when we were all done, our, as you call him, the Grand Poobah, our great owner, Mark Peterson, took us all. We were going to go out and have a couple adult drinks anyways, so he took us
Shame
all
on
over.
you.
He took us all over to Woolly Bullies, and he brought us all a couple beverages and bought us a meal. So
nice.
So yeah, for Matt it was free. For Mark it wasn't. It cost Mark $20 to watch Matt eat this.
Now we all know Mark is rolling in money, so we don't worry about that. He's just rolling. He's just rolling in money. He just got a little more off of me when he's talking about he's rolling in money. Nice. But I guess I wasn't in on the Woolly Bullies event there. I guess I should have came down to that.
If you'd have came to the pep rally, you got invited.
Friends, this second segment of my show, Your Personal Realtor with Eric McKenna, is sponsored by calleric.com. That is my website. It's also sponsored by our good friends at Frags Tags, located in downtown Coraopolis for all your notary and vehicle transfer needs. You can reach Frags Tags at 412-264-3018. Show is also brought to you by Leslie Raymond with Union Home Mortgage, my preferred home mortgage rep. Call Leslie at 412-719-5673. And also, this show is not produced. It's finally produced by Bob Fry and Frank Sparks today, apparently. But this show is also presented to you by the kindness of Matt Pia with Division 9 Home Inspection, my preferred home inspector and one of the finest in the Valley. You can reach Matt at 412-715-8123. Again, that's 412-715-8123. Give these good people a call. And my producer is changing. My producer is changing mid-show. This is a first. We have all kind of twists and turns and a lot of moving parts here at Your Personal Realtor. And of course, Bob Fry got the twist going on because he's our music man after my show.
He's going to twist again like he did last summer.
He did the twist. Nice. Friends, the way to participate, as always, is 724-843-1888. 724-774-1888. We'll get you there as well. Two most famous numbers in Beaver County. You can also email me, as I just received another email. That's sold at calleric.com is my email. Sold at calleric.com. Or you can join us on Facebook Live. It's been a plethora of people on today. Thank you so much. We were talking earlier before the break, had a couple closings yesterday with friends, and closings are always great days, obviously, for realtors, and of course for the home owners, the new homeowners, and the sellers as well. But we also received a email, or we received an email in here asking me who I prefer to work with, who I like best. Who I like best. How can I even say that, Frank? Who I like best. Yeah, Frank's the best. I like Frank the best. But do I prefer to work with buyers or sellers if I have my, and they said don't lie and obviously tell us the truth. And I always tell you the truth. It's hard for me to decipher. What are you doing to me? Hey.
Get rid of you.
Hey, sell pending. You're gonna sell me off. Great. See, the love. I feel the love. That's all I'm going to say, Frank. I feel the love. In all honesty, the two functions of a realtor obviously is to help buyers find homes and help sellers sell homes. I don't have a preference because as yesterday I had two buyers that we closed on, and it was amazing. I will tell you, I do find listing a home fascinating, and it's a multifaceted project. I like to say it's a journey I take with the home sellers as we prepare the house and we discuss all the ins and outs. And so I kind of would say that I probably have more time invested, obviously, with listing. I do videos. I do walkthrough videos. We really care about our photography. I think photography is so underrated in real estate, even in the year 2017. Where digital cameras have come so far and phones have come so far. The quality of the pictures we see on Facebook and Instagram and everywhere else are amazing. So why should not the photos of your home when you go to sell be amazing? And often they're not. So I take great care with my photographs for my clients and the walkthrough video. And also, as I tell you, I do Facebook advertising. Not just posting something on a Facebook page or on my business page, but I actually purchase advertising for open houses that we do. And I also do a blanket one for the listing itself. And I do them at my cost. They're very beneficial. They bring more quote-unquote eyeballs to see your property online. And we've actually sold homes directly from the advertisements, getting buyers there. So it's hard for me to say what I prefer. I will tell you I get a lot of satisfaction about being creative and with my listing. So if I had to say there was a preference for one or the other, there really isn't. But I really love to list homes. I will tell you, the relationship you build with a home seller and the way you serve that purpose of getting the right buyer and connecting them and getting that seller to close is just amazing. And oftentimes that seller is also a buyer as well because they're looking for their next spot. to be in. So that's my long-winded answer. I can't give you a plus or a negative there, but they're both wonderful. But I do love being creative and letting my ability to list homes, and I think that's a skill set that I have. I do, and I think that my creativity and my business acumen is used to its fullest when I list homes. So there you go. There's the question. We got another question here too, and that is, here we go. All right, give me 1 second. We have a question. Brenda from Beaver Falls. Hey, maybe you're down the street. She asked me, Eric, I'm looking to list my house in January. I know it's not a potentially great time to list. Well, that's not true. You can list any time. And with the internet, the markets have flattened out a little bit. Certainly, there's still seasonal, spikes here and there, but also the market has flattened out. Never a bad time to list your house. She wants to list in January, and she's asking. She suspects that her roof is bad. She doesn't say if there's a leak or anything, Brenda, but you suspect the roof is bad. Should I get that corrected or give a concession to the buyer? Your thoughts? Well, this would be my thoughts. If you know you're going to list your home or you want to list your home and you suspect that there is an issue with the roof, that's something we want to take very seriously. The roof is a hot spot, and it's one of the big three, I like to say. The buyers are certainly concerned about the roof. It all starts there when it comes to weather. That's the first point of contact for the rain or the snow or the sleet. It's an important part of the overall structure of the house, without saying. If you suspect there's something wrong, what I would honestly suggest that you do is it may be a good time now, early on, to reach out and find the realtor that you want. Whether that's me, love to talk to you or work with you, but whoever you choose, reach out to the realtor, explain that, and see indeed what the realtor recommends in terms of referrals to getting a good contractor to come and give you a roof evaluation. And why you want that referral is you want somebody that is going to be honest with you and truly honest with you, and it's not there looking to quote unquote replace your roof. That might not be the case. Maybe you need a small repair. I don't know what's wrong with the roof that causes you to suspect possibly that something is wrong. If it's a leak, obviously we got an issue. But if you just feel it doesn't look right up there visually as you're on the ground looking up, then yeah, we definitely want to get a professional in there. But you want a good referral. You want somebody who's going to come there and do an evaluation and give you a true and a good estimate if indeed work needs to be done. Sometimes it's a cosmetic thing. If a couple towels are out of place or they slipped, they can go up there for not a lot of money and just replace them or resecure them. So again, don't panic, but also understand that it's very important to get a roofing professional up there to look at the roof. Another opportunity to expand your knowledge about your actual home before you sell, not just the roof, but everything else, would be to contact a home inspector to do a pre-listing evaluation. And that's a little different than a home inspection. Not quite as detailed, and also not quite as expensive. But Matt Pia from Division 9 Home Inspection does this for many of my home sellers. And it's pretty good service. Matt basically walks through the house in a similar manner that he does with a home buyer. But when he's walking through the house with the seller, with the owner, he will evaluate many of the same things, mechanical and structural and electrical and plumbing, all the things you would do for a normal inspection. But Matt would give suggestions and try to enlighten the homeowner about areas of potential trouble that they may receive a inspection deficiency on by a potential buyer. Otherwise, the buyer is going to say, hey, Mr. Home Seller, this needs upgraded, that needs shored up, that needs replaced. Matt's going to let you know about that ahead of time before you even list the house. And then you have the decision to make, do you want to address those things ahead of time? And great service by Matt P. It's called a pre-sale home evaluation for home owners. Okay, friends, that's Eric Clapton. That means Mr. Bob Fry is on the block here for me on the other side of the big board. Hello, Bob. And we are going to move on to a break. You're listening to Your Personal Realtor, Eric McKenna, and we'll be right back. Hello, friends. This is Remaxed Advanced Realtor Eric McKenna with CallEric.com and host of Your Personal Realtor, heard every Saturday from 10:30 a.m. to noon on 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA. I really hope you are enjoying today's show. Friends, did you know that I can be your personal realtor? That's right. If you're looking to list your home or buy a new home, call or text me today at 412-613-4466. That's 412-613-4466. Or send me an email at sold@calleric.com. That's sold@calleric.com. I just love it when listeners become clients. So why not contact me today and let me put my social media advertising to work for you. Together, we can reach your real estate goals. This is your personal realtor, Eric McKenna, with RE/MAX Advanced Realtors and calleric.com.
Announcing the spring warehouse sale from Lachina Drapery and Blind Factory. Lisa Lachina says make sure everybody knows the spring warehouse fabric sale is going on right now with savings of 50% off. These fabrics won't last long, so please call Lachina Drapery and Blind Factory and set up a no-obligation shop-at-home appointment. 412-665-4900. That's 412-665-4900. Lachina Drapery and Blind Factory, doing what they do best in Pittsburgh for 65 years. And that's helping you with custom-made window treatments and blinds right here in your hometown, with great service after the sale, too. So visit their West Liberty Avenue showroom or their state-of-the-art showroom in the Wexford-Warrendale area. But take advantage of the spring warehouse fabric sale and save up to 50% off. 412-665-4900 or log on to lachinadrapery.com.
Backed by popular demand, tune in for some good old-fashioned Southern gospel preaching this and every Sunday at noon by Pastor Leroy Netting from the Aliquippa Free Methodist Church. It's church the way you remember it as a kid, and it's back on your radio. Sundays from noon to 12:30, it's Pastor Leroy Netting's weekly message from the Aliquippa Free Methodist Church right here on Beaver County Radio, 1230 WBVP, 1460 WMBA.
And we are back. I'd like to welcome Mr. Bob Fry to the big board. How are you, Bob?
Good morning.
Good to see you, partner.
Thanks.
All right. He's a man of few words today.
Yeah.
I love having Bob here. So we're just finishing up a listener's email asking about, they suspected there may be a roof issue on their house, and they wanted to know, should that be addressed ahead of time? And absolutely it should be. Got to get a roofing professional up there. Look to a realtor such as myself to give you a good referral to an honest and a very high-quality roofer to give you an estimate there. It might be nothing. Don't panic. Might be something small. You can also get a pre-listing evaluation for homeowners. I can mention Mr. Matt Pia from Division 9 Home Inspection does these, and they're wonderful. They give the homeowner a brief overview. That's a pretty detailed overview, actually. For the homeowner to be aware of any potential deficiencies before they become under agreement with a buyer, and thus the buyer does the inspection, so there's no surprises. Matt Pia, 412-715-8123. This section of the show, which, we're moving right along here, Mr. Fry, of course, is brought to you by Frags Tags in downtown Coraopolis for all your notary and vehicle transfer needs. Contact Frags Tags today, 412-264-3018. Again, 412-264-3018. Our humble show is also brought to you by Miss Leslie Raymond with Union Home Mortgage, my preferred lender. It should be yours, too. Contact Leslie at 412-719-5673. 412-719-5673. Tell her Eric sent you, by all means. Whew. Bob, you spinning the tunes today?
12:30.
12:30.
Yes.
Bob Fry, and it's the oldies. Well, what is oldies anymore? Really? I mean, because when I was a kid, oldies was like 50s.
That's basically the way I consider them, 50s, 60s.
I mean, when you listen to an oldie station on the air, you're hearing things in the early 90s now.
Yeah, well, that's true too. Yeah, I guess they consider everything as an oldie sooner or later.
Well,
as time passes on.
I'm not feeling like an oldie.
You don't look like one either.
Well, thank you.
You're in good shape.
I mean, I may feel like it in a morning or two.
Same here.
I don't want to view myself that way. Friends, as always, as you know, the name of the show is Your Personal Realtor here on Beaver County Radio. And I want to stress to my wonderful audience in Beaver County and beyond, thank you for welcoming us in every Saturday. This here humble show is moving to Wednesdays from 2 to 4. That's right. This coming Wednesday, the 7th, we are going our first Wednesday show, and we're entering a new chapter of Your Personal Realtor this Wednesday from 2 to 4. That's right. I'll be joined by Frank Sparks as usual. We'll expand the 90-minute format to 2 whole hours. And, whew, man, that's a long time on the radio, Bob. 2 hours. We're going to have a great bunch of fun. We're going to Beaver County Radio prime time. We're real excited about it here. I got to record some new spots for the show after I'm done today. Man, the work just keeps piling up already. But, friends, I can be your personal realtor. Nah, that's right. This is the show, Your Personal Realtor, but I can be actually your personal realtor. I'd love to talk with you. If you are thinking of buying a new home, if you're thinking of possibly selling your current home or doing both, or if you have a family member or friend who is in a dilemma and they're looking to do one of these two things, I would love to contact you and be of help. You can reach me at 412-613-4466. Again, it's 412-613-4466. Call or text me anytime, or visit calleric.com, my website, and you can email me even questions for this show, as that's what's happening today, at sold@calleric.com. The numbers to participate in this show are 724-843-1888 and 724-774-1888, the most famous numbers in Beaver County. Mr. Bob Fry will take your call. He'd be honored to do so. He's standing by. So, and you can also join us on Facebook Live, of course, a huge part of our show, Facebook Live. If you are not, if you're listening and you haven't joined us on Facebook Live, just go to Facebook and under the search button, type in Eric McKenna. I'll come up. It'll say Your Personal Realtor. Click that, and you are in. Woo! Bob, this whole like radio stuff it's a lot. I mean, I'm reading commercials now. I'm reading my own commercial. I mean, is there a school for this stuff? Because no one told me about it.
Columbia Broadcasting School, huh? CBS.
Yes, I'm sure. I'm sure there is. All right, so we got one more email that came into. This is from Judy. How are you, Judy? Thank you so much. I appreciate it very much. Eric, can you tell me what goes on at a closing? This sounds like a dumb question, but it's not. It's not a dumb question at all. But really, in general, what goes on in a closing? A closing is basically the finality of the transaction between a buyer and a seller. The seller typically has an agent, and the buyer typically has an agent, and the two parties are working together. The agents are working together to negotiate this deal. Then they're going through the inspection process, and then the mortgage lenders are involved over here, and they're getting the buyer qualified, and there's an appraisal process. It gets all sewn together there. And then the township that the house is located in typically has an occupancy permit or maybe a dye test, and all the dye test is that they're making sure the gutter water doesn't go into the sewer system. But all these entities, the township, the two realtors, the two sides, the mortgage lender, the appraisal company, the home inspection company, all these things need to be tied together through the process. And the realtors do the bulk of the work along the way, and then they send the information off to a closing company. And a closing officer, the closing company has attorneys on their staff, of course, and the closing company also has closing officers. And these closing officers come to the closing, and they coordinate the tying together of the entire deal. And at that time, the buyer certainly will pay whatever money they have to pay in terms of getting the deal done, whether it's a down payment or any back taxes. The seller may pay some back taxes. And the two sides come together at the table typically with the agents present. They've always been present on any deal I've ever done, but you may have the mortgage lender there as well. And quote unquote, officially, the keys are handed over. So it's basically the coming together of all parties involved to sew up the deal, to make it legal. And the closing company does all their things with the title and the deed. And they, ahead of time, have contacted all these parties and put all the pieces together and zipped them up in a nice bag, tied a little knot and a little bow on the top, and after you leave closing, it is all done. So, again, it's just when people say, hey, we made it to close, or we're clear to close, it's exciting because you know that all the work you put in for the past 30 days, 60 days, sometimes 90 days, it's all going to come to a rousing success. And that's what a closing is. So, hey, we got phone calls. Is that right, Bob?
Yes, and let's go right to the phone line. Good morning. You're on with Eric McKenna.
Hey, Eric. How you doing today, bud?
I'm doing well. I am doing well.
Well, I have a question for you. I was thinking about selling my house. And, you give a lot of good tips to our viewers, and I've been listening the last couple weeks on the show.
Okay.
And my question for you is, how long should I contact you before I want to list the house? I mean, normally, what's the time frame that I want to get a hold of you before I have you come over and list the house and put it on the MLS listing and stuff like that? This way I don't run into a problem, where stuff's not done correctly. I figured you would have the best knowledge on this, Eric.
Well, hey, thank you very much. That was rather flattering. I say it's never too early, and it's a very good question, by the way. Very good question. And that comes up a lot, too. Sometimes I take phone calls. It's funny. We're not thinking about listing for another year. Should I be contacting you now? Yes, you should. I'm humbled if you can actually make a decision on your realtor that early, and I'd be glad to work with you. But when you're at the point where you decide who you want to work with, you never want to contact them late in the game. The sooner the better.
There's only one person to work with, and that's your realtor, Eric McKenna.
Oh my goodness. Okay, buddy. Where do I send the $20 to? But thank you. In reality, it's never too early, and the reason being is simply this. I had a client just recently that contacted me about 3 months, generally about 3 months ahead of time, and said, look, and they did a lot of homework, don't get me wrong. They're very participatory and very in the game, so it was a very easy interview for me, or a very easy process for me. But they had a lot of ideas on what they wanted to do. They knew that certain things needed to be addressed, but there was some ways they were going to go about it they were unsure of, color schemes and just patterns and things like that. Should we do this? Shouldn't we do this? And they asked my opinion. And again, it's just an opinion. Every realtor has their own opinion set, and we don't all agree. But I went up there and gave what I consider to be my opinions on best practices and colors and what can be addressed and what shouldn't be addressed. I pointed out some things they may want to do. And I also gave my opinion on some things they wanted to do that they didn't have to do. So early in the process, I'd say 3 months is healthy. If it can even be earlier, that's fine too. If you know who you want to work with and you want to engage them early, it's a tremendous, tremendous thing. What you don't want to do is the converse, and it's happened to me on occasion. And I feel bad because I want to provide the best service possible. But sometimes, hey, we're going to list our house tomorrow or 2 days from now. Can you come up here and tell us what we have to do? Well, yeah, I can come up there and I will share my best practices with you, certainly. But you have not allotted yourself enough time to do all those things, and maybe some of the things I'm going to recommend to you. So your house may not present as well as it could because you didn't allow yourself enough time. So allow yourself enough time, get the right kind of advice early, and generally speaking, my friend, I'd say 90 days or even earlier is wonderful. It's a wonderful idea.
That's awesome, because I know you go through a lot of houses and sell a lot of houses, and you probably know, what schemes as far as colors, so it's your best advantage, and it sets the property off, and it gives you that most, the value bang for your buck is when you're selling.
Well, yeah, I think any active realtor, any busy realtor is going to spend a good amount of time in a variety of homes, and you are right. I'm a realtor it pays attention to the market without question. I do look at trends. I don't put too much stock in very trendy things. I'm looking for things that are kind of timeless in terms of style, but at the same time, I'm aware of what's going on. And I think any good realtor is going to be aware of the market, so they can help the seller address it. Yes, color is a big thing, and I know most men, we're a little colorblind, and I'm a little more than colorblind. So I'm not gonna really argue with your choice of colors. I would just talk about the generalities of, you don't want to go too dark on all four walls. You want to have some contrast in there. I had a client that did a wonderful job painting, just recently, painting the woodwork on their home bright white to contrast their walls and the crown molding and so forth. It was wonderful, and it really set the house off. And I think they had that idea anyways before I was there, but I said, hey, contrast is good, run with it, as long as it isn't too obtuse. And I went back and evaluated the house a couple days ago, and it was fabulous. So, yeah, but they had the time. They contacted me early enough where they allowed themselves enough time to do things. They fixed the hot tub that they had to fix, and they were a little unsure, should we do that? And, hey, yes, if it's cost effective, you want that hot tub to be a very alluring part of the home. So yeah, you want to make that functional. But the point is, give yourself enough time as a home seller, as much time, even a year, 6 months to a year. Nothing wrong with that. Get good advice. Talk to multiple realtors if you want to. But the point is, get advice from people that you're confident can give you solid advice in relation to the current market. You want to make sure that you're getting advice that's related to the current market, so when your house hits, it's the best house on the block, you know?
Well, how far do you want to go with, like, landscaping? This way you don't overdo it. I know first appearance, when people pull up and they look at it, like, what do you suggest as far as, you know, landscaping and the viewing of the outside? Because since it's your first appearance, I mean, you see a lot of stuff. If you have any advice on that.
Well, I think just general advice. I can only give you general advice, obviously, because we're doing this by radio. And, of course, you know, there's so many factors involved. How much area do you have to play with? You know, some homes, a minimalistic approach to landscaping on some homes is perfect. In some homes, they beg to have more elaborate landscaping. And until you really see it, you don't know. Speaking in generalities, I mean, you know, everybody loves mulch. Everybody loves mulch, whether it's red, brown, black, even I've seen green mulch, believe it or not. But everybody loves mulch. And, you know, obviously a nice trimmed and edged yard is important. Green grass is great. You know, I think it's overblown a little bit. I've seen some rather bizarre looking yards on a house that probably would have been better spent putting the money into the house. But if someone went and put like a Augusta green, you know, like Augusta golf course lawn on there. But yeah, again, it's like your parents probably told you when you were little. You only get one chance to make a first impression, and when a buyer comes to your house for the very first time, because again, they're probably seeing multiple homes, you want to knock their socks off. You want to knock their socks off in a very, very good way. And so landscaping is a big part of that. But I would again, I would speak to a quality realtor that can give you an opinion on what works with your particular house.
I got you. I appreciate all your time, Eric, and that's why you're the best in the business. Thanks a lot, Eric.
Where do I send
Enjoy
the
your
$20? Hey, I'm gonna be bluntly honest with you. If you're ready to sell, you give me a call. I'd love to meet you.
I definitely would. I appreciate your time, and thanks for having me on the show.
All right, partner. Have a good day.
Thanks, Eric. Bye-bye.
There you go, Bob. We're reaching somebody. Friends, you're listening to Your Personal Realtor with Eric McKenna. I'm a RE/MAX Realtor out of Swickley, and we're here every week starting this Wednesday where we are here from 2 to 4. New show time. And with that, we'll be right back.
And just want to send out a reminder that we'll be joining Frank Sparks shortly out at the Stone Creek at Green Garden Plaza.
We're going to let Frank on the show. Hello, friends. This is RE/MAX Advanced Realtor Eric McKenna with CallEric.com and host of Your Personal Realtor, heard every Saturday from 10:30 a.m. to noon on 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA. I really hope you are enjoying today's show. Friends, did you know that I can be your personal realtor? That's right. If you're looking to list your home or buy a new home, call or text me today at 412-613-4466. That's 412-613-4466. Or send me an email at sold@calleric.com. That's sold@calleric.com. I just love it when listeners become clients. So why not contact me today and let me put my social media advertising to work for you. Together, we can reach your real estate goals. This is Your Personal Realtor, Eric McKenna, with RE/MAX Advanced Realtors and CallEric.com.
Life is full of bittersweet transitions. It's difficult to know how these changes will impact us over time. For some people, difficult transitions like retirement, divorce, or loss of a loved one can hit harder than expected and may contribute to feelings of hopelessness or even thoughts of suicide. The risk of suicide is even higher for men over 50 who served our country. Guys like me. That's why support from friends and family makes such a big difference. Every day, your actions could help save a life. Together, we got this. Learn how you can help save a life at veteranscrisisline.net.
Reverend Gary Hilton of Chippewa United Methodist Church would like to cordially invite you to come join his congregation in celebrating the life of Christ every Sunday from 11 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. on 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA. The Chippewa United Methodist Church is located at 2545 Darlington Road in Beaver Falls. So if you can't make it to the service, then listen every Sunday morning from 11 to 11:30 a.m. on 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA to the Reverend Gary Hilton of the Chippewa United Methodist Church.
And we are back. My friends, you're listening to Your Personal Realtor with Eric McKenna. I'm a realtor with RE/MAX Advanced Realty out of Swickley, PA. You can believe that or not. No one believes me when I say that, but I do. My friends, I work all through Allegheny County, Butler, Washington, and Beaver County, of course. And that is the home of Beaver County Radio in the wide area that Beaver County Radio reaches. You can participate in the show as 724-843-1888 and 724-774-1888. Again, we're telling everyone and all of you out there, we're moving to Wednesday. That's right. We are enhancing the show. Going prime time and moving to Wednesday from 2 to 4, starting this Wednesday, the 7th. This is our last Saturday show, Bob.
Hard to believe.
It is hard to believe. Where did it all go? You're absolutely right. And going on my week memory at the moment, I believe this is show number 36, although it could be 37. I don't know. I believe it's 36. All of our shows are recorded here. I have multiple. Today I have 4 cameras. I don't know what I'm going to do with all this video, but I have 4 cameras. I professionally edit them and put them up on my website at calleric.com. There's a history of all the shows, except 1 or 2, I think. Pretty much all the shows are there. And if you want to research back or you want to reference back to some prior content, it is all there for you. At calleric.com, you will also see 2 other things that I'm participating in. One is called the McKenna Minute, and I record very short, usually 50 to 60-second video clips, just real estate tips, so forth, and it's there and labeled, and I think we're on number 11. But they're getting a ton of views on YouTube and Facebook, and obviously I feel it's being of value, and that's all what I try to do as a realtor, of course, to be of value to my friends, family, and, of course, my clients. And based on the hits, these videos are a hit. And I'm also involved in a podcast with a very good friend of mine named Tom Summers, a tremendous realtor out of Minneapolis, St. Paul area. And Tommy and I do this podcast once a week, and it's called the First Time Homebuyers Podcast. Matter of fact, you can just go to my website, link to it there, or you can even type in First Time Homebuyers Podcast on Google, and you'll find us. You absolutely find us. We're available on Spreaker, on YouTube, Facebook, and I believe we'll be on iTunes very, very soon. Tremendously successful project between the two of us. And again, as you can imagine, we talk about buying a home for the first time. And it's about usually 10 to 15 minutes, or 10 to 12 minutes typically, and it's very good banter, it's very informative, and it's very content-ridden. And we're talking to you about buying a home. Now, obviously, buying a first home is the emphasis of the podcast, but buying any home, it's a good reminder to those who are thinking about buying again, some of the things you're going to be refreshed with because you've obviously done it before. But if you have forgotten some of the processes or some of the steps of buying a home, it is right there. So calleric.com, it's where all the fun happens. And again, this final segment of our show is brought to you by Frags Tags, located in downtown Coraopolis, and they're there for all your notary and vehicle transfer needs. Call Frags Tags today at 412-264-3018. Again, 412-264-3018. Tell them Your Personal Realtor sent you. This segment of the show is also brought to you by my good friend Leslie Raymond with Union Home Mortgage. She is my preferred mortgage lender. You can contact Leslie directly at 412-719-5673. 412-719-5673. And just tell Leslie that her favorite realtor referred you. Just kidding. Or am I? I don't know. Leslie, you tell me. And, of course, this show is always brought to you by the incredible Matt Pia with Division 9 Home Inspection. And Matt's website is Division, the number 9, Inspection.com. inspection.com. Again, division number 9, inspection.com. Matt is my preferred home inspector, and he's one of the finest in the valley. Give Matt a call at 412-715-8123. Again, 412-715-8123. And without question, tell him Your Personal Realtor sent you. You heard us on this show. I'd appreciate that. And so would Matt. Whew, that's like all the business of the stuff I got to do. I'm learning. See, Bob, I'm learning. This is like radio stuff. This isn't realtor stuff. This is radio stuff. You know?
You're doing well.
Well, hey. I'll give myself a round of applause. We're here every week for you, friends. We're going to 2-hour format. We're live on Facebook. If you want to call the show, it's 724-843-1888 or 724-774-1888. Those are Beaver County Radio's listener and participation numbers, the two most famous numbers in Beaver County. That is undisputed. Or you can contact us on Facebook Live, ask your questions. It's been a pretty healthy audience out there today on Facebook Live. I'm joined by Frank Sparks is my producer and co-host. Today, Frank's on location. We're actually waiting for Frank to call, right? Frank's a little unreliable on the call-ins. My experience has been he's a little unreliable on the call-ins for, the promos. I'm just going to lay that out there because we've made allotments for him in the past and he's never called in. Frank, where are you, Frank? I want to also mention that I have an open house going on tomorrow, friends. That's right. I'm conducting an open house tomorrow from 11 to 4 at 107 Lekomsky, and that's in Hookstown. 107 Lekomsky. That's Lokomski. 107 Lekomsky in Hookstown. I'm going to be there from 11 to 4. That's 5 hours. That's right. When we do open houses in the Your Personal Realtor realm, we do them right for 5 hours. This is a fabulous home. It's listed for $299,900. 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bath. The lot's incredible. It's you just have to see it. It's level. It's a corner lot. It's out in just the wonderful town of Hookstown. And if you've been out there and looked at the homes and some of the beautiful homes out there and the way it's landscaped, and this is a great home. This is a really, really great home. It's got some really nice touches. The kitchen's beautiful. The deck is the back porch. I would say the way this sheltered back porch is just perfect for entertaining. And I know it's kind of a real estate line, but it really is. It overlooks the entire expansiveness of the backyard. Lots of room, multiple rooms in the basement area. There's a room kind of set up that could be a theater room. There's an exercise room, then a big main area there as well. Some extra storage rooms there. Just a really, really, really great house. Built in 1994. But come and see me. Again, it's 107 Lekomsky, and it's listed for $299,900. I'll be there from 11 to 4 conducting a open house, and something I love to do for my sellers. And of course, as Frank would ask right away, are there going to be refreshments? Yes, there will be refreshments. I don't know if Frank will come because we will not have beer. But if you're listening, Frank, don't show up. There's no beer at an open house. Just let you know. But, friends, come out and see me. 107 Lekomsky tomorrow from 11 to 4. I'll be there. And as always, if you're interested in buying or selling your home, or you have a family member or a friend in need of someone to help them buying or selling your home, I would like to be of help to you. That's right. I can be your personal realtor. Give me a call directly or send me a text. 412-613-4466 is my direct line. 412-613-4466, or visit calleric.com. Calleric.com. Love to be your personal realtor. And with that, we are going to head to our last break. Is that right, Mr. Bob Fox?
Yes.
Fox. Bob Fox. I'm like, where'd that come from? I have a realtor friend named Bob Fox. What's up, Bob? Bob Fry. I'm sorry, buddy. Hey, Bob, if you're out there listening, you got a little free plug there. Heck of a realtor in the airport area, Bob Fox. Great guy. With that, we're going to a break, and I'll be right back.
Announcing the spring warehouse sale from Lachina Drapery and Blind Factory. Lisa Lachina says make sure everybody knows the spring warehouse fabric sale is going on right now with savings of 50% off. These fabrics won't last long, so please call Lachina Drapery and Blind Factory and set up a no-obligation shop-at-home appointment. 412-665-4900. That's 412-665-4900. Lachina Drapery and Blind Factory, doing what they do best in Pittsburgh for 65 years. And that's helping you with custom-made window treatments and blinds right here in your hometown, with great service after the sale, too. So visit their West Liberty Avenue showroom or their state-of-the-art showroom in the Wexford-Warrendale area, but take advantage of the spring warehouse fabric sale and save up to 50% off. 412-665-4900 or log on to lachinadrapery.com.
Your home is a big investment, and protecting that investment is a big responsibility. If you live in a condominium or homeowners association, you need to think about how your community association is managed. Is your board knowledgeable? Is your manager trained and certified? Is your investment safe? CAI, Community Associations Institute, has the tools you need to protect your home and community. CAI is a nonprofit organization with resources you need to answer these questions and others you might have about community association management. Everything you need to build a great community. CAI has resources for your association board, professional training for community managers, and free helpful information for homeowners. Learn more at responsiblecommunities.com. What your association does can influence the value of your home and your quality of life. CAI at responsiblecommunities.com.
Hi, this is Larry Ferrario, host of Natural Health. Join me every Wednesday afternoon at 4 o'clock for an hour of the most current information on getting and staying well in a non-toxic, non-invasive, sustainable way. We'll give you details on the best organic foods, vitamin and herbal supplements, fitness activities, and a verse or two from God's Word that will help strengthen your body, mind, and spirit. That's Natural Health with me, Larry Ferrario, Wednesdays from 4 to 5 p.m. right here on 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA.
And welcome back to Your Personal Realtor. This is the host of this humble show, Eric McKenna. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's been a great 90 minutes, and this will be our final Saturday show. Final Saturday show as we're moving to Wednesday from 2 to 4. And, how about that?
Prime time.
Prime time. That's right. So our Facebook family continues to grow and all the questions and so forth. I didn't get to all the questions today. I will. We'll put a little schedule together for our first show on Wednesday. We're going to have it very content-driven, but we're also going to, we've got enough questions that we need to get answered to people. For those of you who had emailed me, please feel free assured the last couple of days I will get back to you by the end of the weekend. If I didn't get to your question on air today, I will get back to you personally via email. And we're going to be having this show. This show has been broadcast and recorded and will be on my website at calleric.com. later today on Facebook as well and YouTube and all the usual spots. Special thanks again to our sponsors of the show, Frags, Tags, and Coriopolis for notary and vehicle transfers, Miss Leslie Raymond with Union Home Mortgage, my preferred mortgage lender, and of course, our good friend and regular guest on this show, Mr. Matt Pia from Division 9 Home Inspections. Reach Matt at division9inspection.com. You can also reach Matt at 412-715-8123. And friends, we're going to be going to a different time slot, obviously. As I mentioned, Wednesday from 2 to 4. The format of the show will stay the same. We'll have an extra 30 minutes. We may, the show's going to be, or the pace of the show will be a little bit different, a little bit more aggressive in terms of aggressive in terms of speed, anyways. A little quicker of a pace. We have to spread out some different commercials and some advertising, of course. But we will do our very best to bring you content and, of course, humor and a lot of fun. This is kind of a slash between a real estate show and a variety show. That's what we are. But we always have a good time here. I will continue to be joined by my producer and who I like to say is my co-host. He He hates that, but that's the reality. Mr. Frank Sparks. Love the fact that Frank's still going to be with us here. And, of course, when we need a fill-in producer, I love having Mr. Bob Fry, Mr. Matt Zerzik help me. They always keep me out of trouble. As you know, I don't have to reach over and press any buttons. And I think you guys don't want me pressing buttons over, do you, Bob?
Yeah, you're welcome to.
No, that's a little bit too much for me to handle. Friends, in regards to real estate, it's a tough world out there. You know, it really is. But it's wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. The market is just tremendous right now. We have a shortage of inventory. And when you hear a realtor say that, it basically means that we are starving for listings. The whole market in general. It's a great time to list your home. Great time to list your home. And that is, if I can help you, let me know. 412-613-4466. My cell's very easy to remember. 412-613-4466. Call or text me. Love to be your personal realtor, whether it's for you, family member, friends, anyone that you know that could use the benefits of a astute and a professional realtor. I might humbly submit I'd be a good candidate, and I'd love to talk with you. 412-613-4466. On the listing side, I do a lot of innovative things. I very much use Facebook, not just in regular posts and proliferation, but through advertising. At my expense, I advertise open houses and the listing itself on Facebook. We target the demographic, meaning we try to get the ad in front of the people, or in front of the eyeballs that are looking, that are qualified, and people that would be looking for a new home. We try to spend our advertising dollar very efficiently, and in turn, it benefits our clients because it gets more buyers looking at your home. That's very important. And again, I do this at my cost, always. On the buying front, as I mentioned earlier, I love to team up with people and go looking for homes. One of the most fun events for me as a realtor is going and looking at homes. I love it. And I know at times, sometimes a client could walk in and think, hey, this is the house for us. Number one house we saw, boom, this is it. Sometimes it's the 25th house that I show them. Okay, but I love showing homes. And I never feel like I'm being put out. I never have the feeling of I'm wasting my time. I take something out of every experience that I have when I see a house. And I would tell you, I will provide you the professionalism and the patience necessary to be your personal realtor on the buying front. We will find you the right house. Okay, we will find you. I will help you. I will put my knowledge of realty and my knowledge of the real estate market to your benefit. I'll be there as your advocate, and that's the whole purpose of a realtor. Sometimes that's lost in the shuffle, but we are your advocate, and we need to act as your advocate at all times. And on the listing front, I will state, and as I stated for a client last night, we were getting ready to list the house. I don't do dual agency, so if you're gonna hire me, list your home. While it's completely legal, absolutely, to be a dual agent, to handle the buyer as well as the seller, I do not do that. So if I'm listing your house, you have my full and undivided attention, and I will only be your advocate in the process, 100%. Know that as well. Well, Bob, it's been a great 90 minutes. Thank you so much for coming in as Frank has left.
Yes.
Frank has left. He never called in.
Thus far, not.
Well, this is a little bit of an emotional moment. I will tell you, this is my last Saturday show as we're taking the show to Wednesday. Starting this Wednesday to 7 from 2 to 4. On behalf of Mr. Bob Fry behind the big board, Frank Sparks, Mark Peterson, and the entire crew here at Beaver County Radio, and on behalf of the McKenna family and me personally, your personal realtor, Eric McKenna, I want to thank each and every one of you for the kindness and graciousness you have provided me with this 90-minute window into your life on Saturday. Very humbled. I'm hoping you'll follow us and carry us and our show over to Wednesday at 2 to 4. Coming this Wednesday, Your Personal Realtor moves to primetime on Beaver County Radio. Whew. Bob, thank you very much, friends.
You're welcome.
And thank you. You're listening to 1230 WBVP in Chippewa, Beaver Falls, and 1460 WMBA in Ambridge and Coriopolis. Friends, you've been listening to Your Personal Realtor, and I will see you all Wednesday. And it's now time for Town Hall News.